closely, it's missing the pedal stopper. We've got that on, and now we're going to press set to see if cruise control works. And we are good on the cruise control. So my cruise control doesn't seem to be working. I've got the button pressed. I'm going to press set. Can't see, but I'm going to press set. Nothing's working for my cruise control. Lights on. Nothing's going on. Alright everyone, so as old as these cars may be, the electrical systems that we're working on, like the cruise control system, are still very complex and everything. So in order to troubleshoot this and diagnose the problem correctly, you need to understand the electrical system of how this car works. And in order to do so, you need to know what it is. So today we're going to be consulting and working through with the RSX service manual from Helms, and I'll walk you through it as I go through troubleshooting the cruise control system on why we're not able to set the cruise control. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is check for the fuses, and in this car the fuses that are related to the cruise control system is fuse number 4 in the under hood fuse relay box and fuse number 7 on the inside. So while we're here under the hood, we're going to check fuse number 4 over here first, which is supposed to be controlling the cooling fan on the box, but it's also related to cruise control system. So fuse number 4, we place this back upside down. 4 is a 20 amp fuse, which would be this one right here when you match it to the diagram underneath over here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our multimeter. We're going to set it to check for continuity, and then we're going to touch the probe leads. So now we're going to place the leads of the probe onto the fuse to check for continuity to make sure the fuse is okay or if it's bad. Okay, so we have continuity in the fuse. So number 4 on the under hood fuse is okay for the cruise control system. So now we're going to move on inside the car. Remove the panels first. Let's check out the diagram. So we have to look for number 7 20 amp fuse. So when we compare it to over here, this is our fuse box over here. So we're looking for a number 7 20 amp. We're looking for a 20 amp fuse, which should be this one right here when you compare it to the diagram. Okay, so we're testing the fuse now, and we have continuity. So the underdash fuse is okay also. Okay, now that we verified that both the underhood fuse and the underdash fuse are okay, the next thing we got to move on to is to check the actual switch itself over here to make sure that it's okay. And because the switch is so close to the SR system over here, the first thing we need to do is we need to disconnect the battery, let it sit for about 3-4 minutes, let the power drain out before we take out the switch, which is 2 screws over here, and then we can pull it out and unplug it from the connector that connects to the SR system also. So let's go disconnect the battery. Okay, here we are at the battery terminals, and we're going to disconnect the negative battery terminal and let it sit for about 3 minutes. Okay, now that it's been about 3 minutes, we can get our Phillips screwdriver and work on taking out the switch over here. So there's going to be 2 screws down on the side over here. It's kind of dark, but there's 2 screws. You use a Phillips. 1 screw over here, 1 screw over here. We're going to take it out. Once you got the 2 Phillips screwed and unscrewed, there's a little 4-pin connector over here that you have to get out. So probably need 2 hands to get this out, but you just flip the little thing out here and then get the switch out, and be careful not to destroy the connector. Okay, so now that I got the switch out, this part I can't really record because I need 2 hands to do this, but basically you have this cruise control switch right here, and on the inside, let's get a little bit of focus. Come on. On the inside of over here, you have 4 pins. So what we need to test is to see if pins 1 and 3, it goes from 1, 2, 3, and 4 over here in this direction. We need to test if pins 1 and 3 have continuity while the set button is pressed, because right now we can't even set it. So that's the very first thing that we're going to test on this switch to make sure it's a bad switch or not. So I need to get my probe and press on it and test it to see if there's continuity in the meantime. Alright, what's up everyone? So earlier, lo and behold, before we left off, after the camera died, I had tested this switch over here for pins 1 and 3 to have continuity when you press the set button, and pins 1 and 2 to have continuity when you press the resume button. If one of those do not have continuity when it's depressed, then the switch is bad. So I've tested the switch and it is okay, and I put it back on already. As you can see, just 2 Phillips screws. So the next thing we were gonna do was to troubleshoot the cruise control system down here and to check the circuit. And lo and behold, I don't know if you can see it, but this right here, this 14-pin connector, if you look closely later on that label, it'll say Honda Cruise Control. I was going to test that system, and as I unplugged it, I decided to check the clutch switch over here also. And lo and behold, if you look closely, it's missing the pedal stopper. So the cruise control system the clutch system sees that the clutch is always depressed right now. In reality, it's not, because when you press the clutch in, this little part is supposed to recess back into the clutch switch right here. You need the stopper to be there, just like how the brake system one works. Where's the brakes? Brakes are here, and just like how this one is for the brakes, you have the stopper that depresses the switch in. So AutoZone has those for sale. They use the exact same stopper right here. I already went ahead and picked it up, and we're gonna use the rubber one because the rubber one works a lot better than the white one that comes with it. So let's go ahead and get this in there first. It's pretty easy to get it in there, but the hard part is just using enough force to be able to get it into there. I don't know if I could film me putting it in, but let's do this. Let's put this in. Okay, we've got the stopper in place now. It goes in really easily, and as you can see, when it's depressed now, the switch goes in. So now the cruise control system will see that the clutch is depressed, and then it will work properly. It's not depressed and it will work. Now the cruise control system will see that the clutch is not depressed and it will work properly. So we're gonna go for a test drive later on and give it a go. What's up everyone? So back again right now. We're doing a test run of the car, cruising at 65. So first thing we're gonna do first is turn on the cruise control button right here on the left. We've got that on, and now we're gonna press set to see if cruise control works. And we are good on the cruise control. Looks like everything is good. Now I can kick back and enjoy the drive on its own, pedal free. So moral of the story is, when you're troubleshooting things like this, you want to check everything that's easy first, like the fuses, and then check your clutch pedal stopper before you move on to any more of the difficult things, so you won't have to waste as much time. So in our case, it was the clutch pedal stopper. Hope this video was helpful for everyone, and if you like this video, I'm hoping to have some more out that's helpful to everyone out there. Peace out, y'all.